Let's get to our top story this morning. A 21-year-old Honduran national is now facing a felony charge after last week's incident when hundreds of migrants stormed the border wall.
Well, Junior Evaristo Benitez was arrested and is facing a charge of assault on a public servant, and he is now being held in the El Paso County Jail.
And now, as we reported last Thursday, a large group of migrants had breached the concertina wire at a point between Midway and Fonseca Drive along the border highway.
The Texas Department of Public Safety says several migrants from the group had assaulted a service member.
Now, they also say that migrant group was made up of mostly single adult men from Venezuela.
DPS says the wire fencing has now been repaired and law enforcement efforts in the area have been increased.
Good news, though. Border Patrol agents say that over the past few days, the border has been relatively calm compared to the last few weeks.
However, they do still want to warn that Gate 36 is not a port of entry.
Anybody that comes in through this area right here is going to be charged criminally through our Title 8. They are going to be processed. They're going to be detected, and then they're going to be criminally prosecuted for those that come in through this area illegally.
Well, here's a closer look at the number of arrests for illegal crossings just last month. Now, according to figures from Customs and Border Protection, agents arrested more than 140,000 people attempting to enter the country illegally.
And back in December, agents made more than 249,000 arrests, a record high that increased tensions over immigration before the numbers plunged in January.
Now, although those numbers have risen, they are still among the lowest of Joe Biden's presidency.
All right, I guess, and as of yesterday, CBS says they have over 2,000 migrants in custody at this time. But we're going to have to take a look at actually those numbers once we get them for February and obviously for March, after we've seen sort of hundreds rush in and we have 2,000 in custody.
It's so important to keep all of this in perspective, right? Because it's not just here where this is a problem. You know, it's happening all up and down the border. And like we just said, these are some of the lower numbers of Joe Biden's presidency. So while recency bias may think, oh my God, it's getting really bad, we just saw 500 people storm the border, we have to take in consideration that there is a bigger picture here, and there's lots of things going on across the border. So like you said, we'll wait for those numbers. We are still waiting on them from CBP, and hopefully here in the next few weeks we get those.